Hi, I'm Alyssa Faykus, and I'll be playing Claire.
I'm Jawan Lee, and I will be playing Thomas.
My name is Megan, and I'm playing Riley.
I'm Jesse Hickman, and I will be playing Owen.
I'm Parastoo, and I'm the narrator.
This is Lost and Found by Alyssa Faykus.
Thomas is sitting on a swivel chair with a high back and is concealed.
Hello? Hello? Anyone here? Thomas? Can I get some assistance, please?
Hello!
Ah, you scared me.
That was the point. What can I help you with?
Well, I found this, and I was wondering if you could help me identify it.
Is it yours?
No, I found it on my...
Well, then it goes into the box.
Hey!
Is it yours?
No, I found it this morning.
That is exactly why I threw it in the box. This is the Lost and Found. I don't make the rules around here. I'm the dude who watches the box. So I take it that you are lost?
What?
Well, Claire, this isn't just some ordinary Lost and Found. It's for people.
No, I found that on my front step this morning, and I thought maybe someone lost it.
You think someone lost something on your front step? No, 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 no. The front step is where people put babies and kittens that turn into Disney movies, not random objects. So, I believe this actually does belong to you.
It can't belong to me.
Why not?
It doesn't.
I don't believe you.
Well, you should.
I'm not gonna. Tell me.
I told you it's not mine.
Tell me.
It's my friend George's.
Okay. And why did you bring George's, what is this thing?
It's a box.
Why did you bring George's box here?
There's a lock on the box, so I can't open it. I didn't know what else to do with it.
Ah, so you are the one that's lost.
I'm not lost.
Then why are you here with this lock?
I just thought...
That by getting rid of this lock that George gave to you, it will magically change the way you feel. That by giving me this lock, all of your pain would just be magically whisked away, right?
Right.
Wrong.
Excuse me?
It's not going to change a thing.
And why is that?
Because you still have an attachment to the guy.
Wrong.
He gives her a look.
Okay, right. But this thing just meant so much to the both of us that the fact that I ended up with it just makes me feel...
Mad?
No, more...
Sad?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you have come to just the right place.
What?
The Lost and Found. The Lost and Found box. For people like you. Now, Claire, get in the box.
No thanks.
Oh, come on. What do you have to lose? You're already sad. I can't see anything else that could possibly make you feel any worse. Now, get in the box.
You're kind of rude. Do you know that?
Oh, Claire, I'm not rude, just honest.
He shoves her in the direction of the box.
Okay, here I go.
Ouch. I was sleeping in here.
Ah! Why didn't you tell me there was someone else in here?
Yeah, Thomas. Why not? Man, I think that girl gave me a concussion.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Here, let me help you.
No. I'll do it myself. Now that that's out of the way, I'm Owen. And you are?
Claire, sorry I kicked you.
Oh, it's alright. It's water under the bridge.
So, who are you?
I'm the dude that sleeps in the box.
And why do you do that?
Well, because I'm lost. Like you.
I'm not lost.
Okay, if you insist.
So, Thomas, why am I in this box?
Well, Claire, sometimes this box is where people like to do their thinking.
Or napping.
Yes, or napping, though I prefer to use the box for thinking.
Well, what is there to think about?
Anything, really. Boxes are great houses to the imagination. One can invent a peaceful meadow or a magic robot pirate, or even a new friend.
Hiya!
What is up with you people and scaring me?
It gets a little boring around here sometimes.
Yeah.
So the solution to your boredom is scaring the living daylights out of me?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your name?
Riley, nice to meet you. And you are?
Claire, nice to meet you too. So, Thomas, why am I in this box?
Well, because you're lost.
I didn't think I was lost.
Then how did you end up here?
I like to walk, to get my mind off of things, and I saw this place I had never seen before, so I walked in and...
Found us.
Yeah.
It's because you were lost.
No, I specifically remember I was on Travis Street.
Claire, this has nothing to do with maps. This isn't the kind of lost that a GPS can fix.
It's okay, Claire. You're in a safe place. I know you're hurting.
Riley.
What? It's because of the S word.
Riley.
Sorry.
We're getting off topic. So first off, let's start with that friend of yours.
I don't want to talk about it.
Secondly, we should talk about that denial problem of yours.
I don't have a denial problem.
And obviously, you have some unresolved anger issues too.
That's it. I'm getting out of here.
Freeze!
Everyone stops for a split second. Claire begins to move.
Ah, dang it.
She begins heading for the door, but it's as if she's moving through molasses.
I've had it with these silly games. All I wanted to do was get rid of this lock, and now all I want to do is get out.
She realizes her legs are barely moving.
Get out? Get out! Get out! What's going on?
I hate to do this to you.
Do what?
Well, aren't you wondering why your legs are barely moving?
Just a little bit.
It's simple, really. I just want to talk to you about all of this.
What did you do to my legs?
Can we just talk?
Yes, let's start with my legs. What did you do?
Nothing.
You tell me right now.
Do you trust me?
No.
Then I can't tell you.
Claire, just trust him.
Why should I trust him? I barely know him.
Thomas, I think it's time.
Time for what?
Are you sure?
Owen nods his head.
Okay then. Claire, if I answer 3 questions about your life correctly, will you trust me?
Do I get to pick the questions?
Within reason, yes. Think of 3 of your favorite things. Got them?
Yes.
Okay, first question.
What's my favorite color?
Say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Turquoise.
Okay, my favorite band.
1, 2, 3. Good Charlotte.
My favorite ice cream flavor.
1, 2, 3. Pistachio.
Ew, that's gross.
I got them all right.
Okay, I'll trust you. I'm really freaked out, but I'll trust you.
Okay, great. Quicksand.
What?
Your feet. I put a quicksand spell on them.
So you're a wizard?
No, I'm just magic.
I don't believe you.
Ah, but you trust me.
I want out.
The only way out is if you talk about it.
You know you can talk to me without all this silly business.
But the silly business is how I get you to talk to me.
No, not really.
Well, you see, now I have something that you want.
And what's that?
Freedom.
Well, yeah, I don't really like being held against my will.
That's not the kind of freedom I'm talking about. You see, the kind of freedom you're seeking isn't going to come from being let out of this room. The kind of freedom you're seeking is in you. And until you realize that you aren't going to go anywhere, it's like you're trapped in, quicksand?
Thomas, this is crazy.
But it's true.
Yeah, I mean, look at us. We've been here for a while now, and it's all for one reason.
We can't let go of the past.
And until we do,
We'll be stuck here.
forever.
I don't see what this has to do with me. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
Why do you even care?
Because you found me. This is the lost and found. Lost,
Points to Claire.
found.
Points to himself.
I'm only trying to help you. What you brought to me today was a thing, and what I'm offering you is a solution.
I never even asked for your help.
Yes, you did.
When?
I believe your exact words were, well, this weird thing, I was wondering if you could help me identify it. That thing, this thing, is all of your problems. And by handing me this lock, you gave me all of your problems, and I'm going to fix them.
Why would you do that?
Because once upon a time, just like you, I stumbled upon this little place. I haven't left since I got here, and besides, I think that there is someone that needs your company just a little bit more than I do.
And who is that?
We both know the answer to that question, Claire.
George?
Why are you so surprised?
I don't want to talk about it.
Claire, the only way that you're ever going to get out of here is if you talk to me. I'm only trying to help.
Well, then can you free my legs?
And how would that help? Only you can set yourself free. And besides, all things considered, I'm surprised you didn't run away sooner.
We do seem a little bit crazy.
Yeah, Thomas, you are kind of weird.
I'm not weird. You guys aren't helping me out here.
I won't leave. Promise. You guys are all really weird, but I feel like there's something I need.
Oh, guys, I think she's gonna say it.
It's
Quicksand, quicksand, quicksand.
because I need help.
Ding, 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 ding. Woo, woo, woo. Yes.
Confetti falls, lights go crazy, and Thomas furiously hits the bell on his desk. Riley throws glitter in the air and begins making snow angels in it.
I love glitter.
What the?
Congratulations.
You have just completed step 1.
Owen holds up a large sign that says Step 1 complete.
Step 1? Step 1 of what?
Thomas, show the lady.
Riley, please.
Riley struggles to pick up a big book from the Lost and Found and hands it to Thomas. To him, it's as light as a feather.
Oh, here you go.
What is that?
This, my dear Claire, is the Lost and Found Manual. These are the guidelines that we must follow in order to achieve successful freedom.
Okay, and step 1 is?
Step 1 is admitting you need help.
Congratulations.
Why are you congratulating me? Why is this such a big deal?
Claire, try moving your feet.
Claire is able to lift her feet but still can't move much.
Hey, look at that.
Now, I have not yet fully lifted the quicksand spell, but you are, no pun intended, one step closer to your goal.
Boo.
Hiss.
Ha! Come on, guys. Puns are great.
The last time I checked, there are no puns in the manual.
Oh darn, looks like you can't make any more.
Fine. Whatever. Now, Claire, take a seat.
Okay.
Can we help too?
Help do what?
Make you say the S word.
Riley.
Oh, dang it. Sorry.
The S word? What do you mean?
Distraction.
He throws glitter or something in the air.
Ooh, pretty.
Thomas,
What?
you can't keep dancing around the subject.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Now, Thomas, sit. Claire, stay where you are. Riley, go back to the box and please don't talk about you-know-what until it's time to.
Okay.
All right, Thomas. The floor is yours.
Throughout this section, Claire is able to move more and more as she confesses more and more.
Alrighty. Why don't you explain who George is to me?
He was my best friend. We met freshman year because he was a new kid and I was the outcast, so we got along pretty well.
Nothing strange ever happened between you two?
No, everything was fine between us until now. I get that senior year is stressful with all the college applications and SATs and scholarships. I didn't expect for him to get this stressed out about it.
How did you know he was stressed out?
He always made excuses. He always had some other thing that was more important. I know school is important. It was just hard not being able to be around him all the time, especially knowing that we'd be going our separate ways.
Have you talked to him about it?
He never wanted to talk about it.
Was he happy?
I thought so.
I need you to know.
I don't know.
I think you do know.
Claire remains silent as she looks at the ground. Owen nods at him to prompt him.
Did he ever talk about his bad days?
He was always a great listener.
You never asked him how he was?
Of course I did. Or at least I think I did.
There you go again with the I thinks.
It's been a year. Give me a break.
A year since what?
I already told you I don't want to talk about it.
The more you struggle, the harder it is to get out.
Okay, fine. I'll talk.
Did you know that George had depression?
Thomas, the manual,
This follows the rules.
let her talk.
Claire, to appease Owen's request, please talk and answer my question. Did you know that George had depression?
I never knew until it happened.
I knew.
Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that he had depression and that he never told me about it. It doesn't change the fact that I want to know why you, some guy in charge of a box, knows more about my best friend than I do.
He doesn't want for you to worry.
Well, look what's happened.
Everything's going to be okay.
How do you know this about him?
I already told you that I can't say.
No, you tell me.
Okay, I have a special talent that most other humans do not possess. I have what is known as clair empathy, which means that not only am I empathetic, but also empathic, meaning I can sense what other people's emotions are without even knowing their name.
That's a load of baloney.
Oh, but it's true. And besides, you have to trust me.
Trusting and believing are two completely different things.
Good point. Anyway, you can't leave because of that quicksand spell I put on you.
This is completely absurd. All I wanted to do was return this lock and be on my merry way.
Look, we're getting off track. Tell us about George, Claire.
Yeah, he sounds pretty cool.
He was. He was really into magic tricks. In fact, he even had this cape and hat that he would wear sometimes and made him look like a giant dork. But he always left me baffled. He could do anything. Card tricks, doves, quick changes, you name it. He could do it.
That sounds oddly like someone we know.
Riley glances at Thomas, then Owen nudges her to quit.
He was really quirky and funny and had such a strong personality. He was always so headstrong. I guess that's why we worked so well. He was loud when I was soft-spoken, and I was personable when he was shy. I just wish he would have told me.
Told you what?
I'm not sure if I should say.
Say it, Claire.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Hey, it's okay.
Yeah, this takes time.
It's been a year. A whole year since it happened, and all I have left of George is the lock and whatever is inside of this box, and I just don't understand why I can't let this go.
Well, maybe I can be of some assistance to you. Owen, can you hand me the lock?
Sure thing, boss.
Thank you. Claire, may I have the key?
What key?
I know you have it,
I'm not playing hard to get. I really have no idea what you're talking about.
but George told me you had the key.
You talked to George?
Magic.
Thomas throws glitter into the air and creates a diversion and jumps into the box. The scene is frozen and Thomas begins talking to himself.
Oh, this isn't good. Claire can't know that I know him. What to do.
He begins rummaging in the box.
This won't do. This won't either. Maybe. Aha! Yes!
With a snap of his fingers, the scene becomes unfrozen and he ducks into the box and hides from Claire.
Thomas?
She turns to Riley and Owen.
Does he always do this?
Yeah.
Why?
He likes to avoid conflict.
Sometimes he lets out information that only he knows, or he'd prefer it to stay that way. You see, the thing about Thomas is he cares very deeply about people like you. But sometimes it's hard for him to face the facts.
What do you mean?
It's the S word.
What is the S word?
I'm not allowed to say it yet.
Only you can set yourself free.
This is getting ridiculous. I'm going to be late. Thomas, I need to talk to you.
You rang?
I'm not angry with you that you talked to George.
Who said I talked to George?
You did.
The girl ain't lying.
Thomas, why don't you just tell her?
Tell me what?
Claire, why don't you sit down?
So I take it that this is bad news?
It all depends on how you look at it.
Just say it.
But first,
Ugh.
why don't you take a look into this?
Thomas hands Riley what resembles a snow globe. It is a jar full of glitter and water and anything that sparkles.
A snow globe?
Looks like a jar.
Oh my gosh, glitter!
It's much more than that. Come on. Start staring into the mystical sphere of wonders.
That's an odd thing to call a snow globe.
It's not a snow globe. It's the mystical sphere of wonders.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
The key to your happiness, quite literally.
I just see glitter. And rhinestones.
That's the wonder. Maybe if you just hold it up to the light.
Thomas takes Claire's hands and puts the globe higher in the air.
I think I see something.
What does it look like?
A key, obviously.
Good. Now, you see why I wanted you to gaze into the sphere. That's what George saw too.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that makes me happy.
I told him it would.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Thomas and Claire have this weird moment of understanding. Owen and Riley look at each other completely lost as to what's going on.
So, for the people over here that don't have Claire vanity or whatever, we'd like to know why this makes you so happy.
Yeah, I'm totally lost.
Guys, I just don't feel comfortable talking about it.
Why not?
This just isn't something you talk about.
What?
Thomas, you know.
Quicksand.
Don't start that crap again.
Why? Does it make you mad?
Yes.
Does it make you crazy?
Yes.
Come on, Owen, Riley, say it with me. Quicksand.
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 Suicide. George committed suicide. Are you happy now? Because I'm not. Because all he left me was this stupid lock, and I don't have the key to it, and now I'm left in silence because I miss him so much. I don't want to talk about it because of how much it hurts, okay? Is that what y'all wanted to hear?
Congratulations, Claire.
You said the S word.
You have just completed step 2.
He holds up a sign that says Step 2 completed.
What next?
We talk about it.
I'm tired of answering so many questions.
How else are you going to get out of the quicksand?
Stop asking so many questions and answer some yourself.
Okay, what would you like to know?
How did you end up here?
Easy, because no one wants to talk about it.
Talk about what?
The S word.
After all that you put me through, even you won't say it?
Nope.
And why is that?
I'm taking a vow of silence.
You can't do that.
Thomas hands her the manual and points to a section for her to read.
I can do whatever I want. I'm in charge and you aren't. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, fair enough.
Enough of that. I like the sound of my voice too much to not talk. Now, Claire, would you like to know why I took a vow of silence?
Sure.
It's because people don't talk about it. Most everyone chooses to stay silent, whether it's the person who needs help or the family and friends of the victims. It's death. It's murder. But of yourself, and no one wants to talk about it, so it just keeps happening.
Thomas, it's okay.
No, it's not okay. You should know that. You should be just as mad as I am that no one will talk about it.
I didn't mean to make you mad.
This is more than just about you, Claire. It's about the people who are left to wonder where they went wrong and why the people they were so close to just decided that one day life wasn't worth living anymore. You have no idea how many lost people come through here day in and day out. You have no idea what it's like to feel so miserable for them because whatever they are feeling, I feel too. And I never thought that I could experience a pain any harsher than my own. But I have. And it's in you, Claire.
How is that even possible?
Because I knew George. I saw with my own 2 eyes the center of your happiness. I know what his voice sounds like. what kind of clothes he wears. I know that he loved magic. I know how much he loved you, because you were one of the only good people in his life who accepted him as he was. I know him, and now I know you. And you were the one person who could have stopped it.
You are not putting the blame on me.
You know that's not true.
I'm sorry. Claire.
No, I already feel bad enough without Mr. Box Dude telling me I could have prevented my best friend's death. Can you tell me how I could have stopped him? Because if he was this unhappy for so long and I didn't know, then how would you?
I have my ways.
I cannot believe you right now.
Why not?
You should know, Mr. Empathic.
And for once, I don't. I don't know how you could have stopped George from killing himself. You couldn't even if you tried. I don't know why my aunt decided to do it. I don't know why Riley's boyfriend committed the deed or why Owen's brother did the same. But what I do know is that we are all suffering together, in silence, and it shouldn't be this way.
Riley, is that true?
Riley nods yes.
And Owen?
The very same.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's not your fault.
I think that I'm ready to talk now.
Good. So why was this lock so important to the both of you?
Towards the end of freshman year, George thought he might move towns again, so I gave him this lock. He told me that he never had a friend like me, that I was something special, and that no matter what had happened to us, I'd always be locked up in his heart. Like I was some sort of prisoner. Well, I kind of am now, I guess. He's the one locked up in my mind, and I just can't get him out of my head, and it's all too much sometimes. I miss him so much, you can't even imagine.
Where's the key he's talking about?
He never told me about it. He never told me a lot of things.
Why do you think he did it?
To escape something, I guess. He always talked about wanting to get away from it all. I didn't know that he meant life. You know, sometimes he did look sad, but happiness is a choice. I always thought that he just chose not to be happy.
Happiness is a choice, but for depressed people, it's not an option.
Yeah, if George could have chosen to be happy, don't you think he would have?
Of course.
And Claire, aren't you here because you're unhappy?
I guess so.
So why not just choose to be happy?
You see, mental illness isn't that easy.
It's hard to understand these things unless you've gone through them yourself.
I just wish that I had known that he wanted to end it all. I wish that I could have stopped it. I didn't know he wanted to die.
None of us did.
But how can I be happy now that he's gone?
Don't you get it? He doesn't want you to be upset about this.
No one that's committed suicide ever does.
It all goes back to how they were feeling.
Sad.
Mad.
Alone.
And all these things that the people we love have been feeling for so long make them feel they're making us sad too.
And the rain cloud suddenly turns into a thunderstorm.
It's selfish.
It's upsetting.
It's horrible.
It's brutal.
They honestly think that this world is better off without them.
That no one will notice that they're gone.
That they leave without a trace.
But they are wrong.
I miss Jack every day.
Steve never got to see me graduate.
My aunt never got to see who I became.
There was a deafening silence surrounding his death.
Everyone had questions.
But no one had answers.
No one wanted to talk about it.
But I knew that everyone did.
But you can be different, Claire.
Don't make the same mistakes we did.
And now do you see why we want to help you?
Because you can be different, Claire.
Don't get stuck in the quicksand.
Claire, what's today's date?
April 18th, 2016.
And why is today significant?
Because a year ago today, I lost my best friend.
Claire, where are you going?
I'm going to a memoriam.
Whose?
George's.
It's going to get better, Claire. You know, Jack left a hole in my life so big that I have to wait around in a lost and found box all day, just waiting to try and make someone else smile because I couldn't make myself smile. You never realize just how important someone is until they're gone. He just left. He just decided that he was done and no one could stop him. How is that fair? And when I was going through his possessions after he died, I found a ring. I never knew why he didn't propose to me, and after that, I just had to leave our apartment. So, I came across this place, and Owen took me in. So now I live here in the Lost and Found, and after all this time, I've discovered something. Jack wouldn't want for me to be sad. He would want me to be a light to others, and so I stay here. Not because I'm still sad, but because I need to help people like you, for Jack.
Steve never realized just how much I needed him to guide me. He didn't think of his baby brother or his mom or anyone else. And I'm the selfish one for not wanting him to go. I kept praying to God, waiting to find my answers. I wasn't supposed to hold on to hate. I'm not supposed to be mad at Steve. I'm supposed to love my big brother with all of my heart. Because at the end of the day, tragedies are just that. But there's always been a bigger plan for me up in the sky. And Steve would be happy to know that I'm helping people like you.
My aunt never realized how proud she'd be one day to see me helping people like you. But I guess that things happen for a reason. Because if she never died, I would have never met you, Claire. I would have never gotten to unlock your happiness. Claire, what's that chain around your neck?
What chain?
Claire discovers the key.
What? What is this?
It looks like a key.
How did this get here? This is like a magic trick that George would do.
Claire, it was there the whole time. You just weren't looking hard enough.
Sometimes the things that we need the most are right under our noses.
Let's unlock this thing.
Claire turns the key and the lock opens. She proceeds to open the box that was locked up. Inside, there is nothing.
Nothing. There's nothing in here. Thomas, I don't understand. How is this supposed to help?
All those years ago in Mrs. Bybeth's literature class, George realized one thing. He wanted to make at least someone happy, even if it couldn't be himself. And that person is you, Claire. George has given you the key to your happiness.
Wait, I never said anything about Mrs. Bybeth. George? George, is that you?
Thomas puts on a wizard's cloak and he becomes George.
Hey there, loser.
George, I've missed you.
I missed you too, Claire.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry? For what?
I'm your best friend. I should have known.
Claire.
No, I'm sorry. I miss you so much. I want you back. I need you, George.
Claire, have you not heard a word of anything I told you?
No, like I'd listen to some dork who does magic tricks.
Oh, come on. Those are cool. And how about that quicksand trick, huh? Huh?
Yeah, that was awesome. But how did you end up here?
The Lost and Found is a magical place where people come to find the things that they lost. Sometimes it's as simple as a jacket or a wallet. Sometimes it's a part of yourself. I needed the closure just as much as you, Claire. I needed to know that you got the key and that you are okay. I left my box on your front step a year ago in my last attempt of a suicide note, but I could never bring myself to write one. But you knew, Claire. You knew me better than anyone. And now, I'm the one who has to apologize, because I'm sorry that I put you through all of this. But in my defense, I thought you'd come a lot sooner. Man, you were always so dramatic.
Was not.
Was so?
That was a pretty clever trick you pulled.
Well, I can't take all the credit. I had two very brilliant assistants.
Riley, Owen, you guys knew?
Yeah.
Of course. George is great.
In fact, I'm actually the boss of the Lost and Found. You never saw this place because you were always in denial that it actually existed. George has been here for a whole year.
We've been waiting for you for a very long time.
Well, Claire, congratulations.
You've just completed step 3.
Riley holds up a sign that says, Step 3 completed.
And what's that?
Acceptance.
Thank you two so much. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Anytime.
Well, Claire, I believe you're running late to a very important memorial for a very special friend.
Thank you.
I can see that little glimmer of hope in your eyes. Don't lose it, Claire.
You have found something that none of us have found yet.
Hope?
And a lock.
And a key.
And your happiness. And now that you came, my job here is done.
What? No, you just got here. You can't leave again.
Claire, I've been here the whole time. The lock, the box, the key, all of it. I gave you the key to wear around your neck because I've always been close to your heart. I gave you the lock because I'll always be holding your hand. And the box to leave you wondering, so that I'm always on your mind.
Just because he's dead doesn't mean that he's gone.
George, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye.
George hands Claire the lock and the box and puts them gingerly in her hands. He snaps his fingers.
The quicksand spell is now gone. You are free.
I love you, George.
I love you too, Claire.
I'll never forget you, George. You'll always be close to my heart.
Claire, just one more thing before I leave.
Yes?
George pulls her away from the box. Owen and Riley both go back into it. They kneel and George puts the box in front of them.
Your happiness is not based on a person. Only you can truly find what you lost. You will always be my best friend, and I will always care about you. I'm still with you, even if I'm gone. Just look at that key when you miss me. It will solve so many of your problems.
Goodbye, George.
She puts the key into the box.
Goodbye, Claire.
He puts the lock in the box and closes it.